Welcome everybody. Marcus Conti reporting on a confirmation Friday. We're confirming. It's confirming what we already knew. Oh my God, the Twitter files. Holy smokes. Dump number 2 by the great Elon Musk. Confirming what we already knew about Twitter and their nefarious shadow banning. New word, visibility filter we're learning. Oh, they have a visibility filter too, where they could stick you on a list and your visibility is limited to nobody. So censorship in America is now being confirmed at the highest levels of social media. All we have is YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. This is what we have. And many people in America are not allowed to speak on these platforms because somebody above them disagrees with their opinion. All right? Now, we used to call that in America freedom of speech, the right to speak, the freedom of the press. It raises the question, has the Constitution of the United States of America already been suspended? Are we living in a Orwellian time where, this has already happened, that speech is not allowed anymore? You just have to follow along, just do as you're told. Well, it seems that is the case, and I'm not going to make such a bold statement that the American Constitution has been, sidelined for overt censorship. But the revelations coming out of Twitter are earth-shaking, eye-popping, super confirming the fact that these platforms are censored heavily. Right? And when someone like me says it, what happens? You're shadow banned. You're bullied. You're blocked. You don't get notifications. You are you're given a quote visibility filter. A visibility filter is placed on you, a throttle that prevents people from seeing you. Right? So the only way people see you is if they know who you are and they look for you deliberately, come to your channel that often isn't even there because that too is blocked for some other frivolous argument. I don't know, some kind of harassment, you're a bully, or whatever they want. You're whatever they call you, and you have no appeal. Now, the other not so startling revelation is if you think what's coming out of Twitter and what's being revealed at Twitter is an isolated situation at Twitter, you, I would say, have not been paying attention. This is happening across all major platforms. Over here, right? It's happening. And you would think that in a great nation like America, the mainstream media would get behind it. They would support what Elon Musk is doing, fighting for freedom of speech and freedom of expression. But no, they're doing the opposite. They're vilifying Elon Musk, saying, look, he kills animals with his Neuralink operation. Or he forced people out by putting beds in Twitter, saying if you don't like staying here overnight and working your ass off, you're out. That's what they're going to look at instead. So these are earth-shaking, ground-shaking revelations. And so anyway, my name is Marcus Conte. Welcome to 100 shows of 100. Now, I said I would do 100 shows on YouTube and see what happens. And what we found out is that not only are we there is a clear and convincing visibility filter. No one has my videos are not searchable, I don't think, to many. And so how are people going to even know someone like me is here? They're not. Anybody new is not going to know we're here. You're throttled downward so that the people that know you're here eventually will go away. Right? That's the evidence, right? When people stay a while, eventually they go away. Without new people coming in, eventually you fizzle out. So that's what, mainstream media, that's what, they're not even mainstream media. Organizations like this right here are aggressively doing. And the bigger picture always is, why are they doing it? Are they doing it just because they think it's cool and they think it's funny? No, because the FBI walks into their corporate offices and said, we got a hack. You better censor these all, right-wing conservative people who speak their mind. Right? And someone like me gets swept away with the wave. Right? I get labeled, right-wing kook. So anyway, censorship is bad. It's really exhausting if you ask me. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. It's Friday. We'll talk about those stories. Miss Griner, Brittany Griner, the 7-foot baseball player who smuggled marijuana, cannabis oil into Russia, serving 10 years in prison, released home. She's in Texas. They got her out, and they swapped her out for an arms dealer, some ruthless arms dealer who sold weapons to Colombia to kill Americans. That guy wouldn't even be on the radar if he didn't sell the weapons to Colombia, who was using them to kill Americans or sink ships. But if you sell it to Colombia and they aim those same arms that we sold them at, say, I don't know, Venezuela or Peru or fucking Brazil, no problem. No problem. Not us. Not us. Right? So that guy's free, right? The guy who they swapped out for Gardner's free. And so we'll look at some other stories. Then we'll do. But I want to look deeply at the second dump, the Twitter Files 2, and have a look at what these revelations are. It's unbelievable. There are, in fact, here's my thumbnail, right? You look at the thumbnail. This is what Twitter looks like at behind the scenes, that they have a blacklist search, right? You're on a blacklist and they could search the blacklist, right? Do not amplify, meaning that you're removed from any search, right? And it just dies right there. Right? This is nefarious. This is censorship par excellence. What we say gets elevated because of our political opinion and the pressure we're getting from government to do it, right? And all you other jackoffs have no say anymore. There is no Constitution. What the fuck are you talking about? We own Facebook. We own Twitter. We own Google. Fuck you. Right? If you don't like it, go away. That's what they tell you, right? And where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? The public square. We created a public square. That was the point of, these large social media corporations like Twitter, Facebook, Google, YouTube. The idea was to bring people together to speak openly and advance the democracy. But what happens is what has happened is the opposite. Right? And I don't know what we do about it. I don't see any heat coming down on here for that. Right? Will it change? Will Google change its mind about its censorship practices in light of the fact that Elon Musk is setting Twitter on fire and revealing everything? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. So anyway, so we'll look at the markets too at 9:30, and again today's show 100. In the 100 shows, this reporter can tell you that not only the shadow banning of new subscribers, my subscriptions have actually gone down, not up. That's irrational. It doesn't work that way. But we got banned three times in 100 shows. Banned for a week, banned for another week, then banned for 2 weeks. Right? Ban. Right? Shut down, and you're not allowed to post. Right? That's 3 throttles in the course of 100 shows. Right? 3 down, down, and then what happens is your account is therefore squelched because you're a cyberbully and you harass people, so we have to watch you. That's how it works, right? That is the evidence. Am I making it up? No. I'll show you the breakdown. Right? I'll show you the breakdown, man. Can I? Yeah, I can. I'll show you the breakdown when we get to it. But I don't even have to show you the breakdown of the 100 shows. You can look through my videos and you'll see where the breaks were. 3 times it happened. We had to move over to a different channel. We had to move back to D Live. Come on, YouTube. Come on, man. Be cool about it, right? Let's drop the fucking the bullshit, right? And get to the facts. Right? So anyway, thank you everybody for joining me. My name is Marcus Conte. Vinny DiMartini in the house. Justin Falzone is here. Cassafilly Camden. Margie O. Weevil Girl is here as well. Josephine. Justin Falzone. Tetragramma Ghost. What's up, man? What's up, everybody? Welcome to this heavily censored, visibility prevented, shadow ban show that you somehow hung on and are able to see for now until it disappears. until we're labeled something else. Or some jerk off in a corporate office decides, oh, put this guy on the list too, man. You're not supposed to have these fucking lists, right? Where's the lawsuits? Where's the outrage that social media companies have lists to ban you, right? It's retarded, really. Anyway. But that's what you got, man. So again, my name is Marcus Conte. I do have a website. If YouTube goes down, which it probably will again, we'll head over to D Live. We have 2 channels: Marcus Conte, Marcus Conte 2. Subscribe to both of them. Subscribe to Granny Cat as well. I'm kind of able to throw videos that way. And be subscribed to all 3 of them, and then you come here in the morning and just check where we are. Right now we're on Marcus Conte 1. You just whack the link. I'll always put the live link at 9 a.m. where we are right here. If you can't find it, there's probably a reason why you can't find it. So you come here and I'll tell you where it is, right? Every day at 9 a.m. Anyway, so let's start with Brittany Garner. Brittany Garner, the 7-foot amazing WBA basketball female star who smuggled cannabis into Russia, got Joe Biden to cut a deal for her, and him, whatever. And she's free. She's free. She boarded a luxury jet from the United Emirates. United Arab Emirates. It's a country. Right? It's fucking a country. And that's where they did the swap. Right? They did the swap. They flew to Saudi Arabia, or just the United Arab Emirates, and did the swap on the tarmac. The fucking arms dealer killer that kills people went one way, right, back to Russia, and Brittany Garner, the girl who smuggled cannabis, up her ass into Russia, she went the other way back to Texas, right, on a luxury jet. All right, so here's the jet. Let's find out. San Antonio, Texas. Brittany Garner is back on the U.S. soil. Oh, my God. WNBA star landed in San Antonio Kelly Field Air Force Base around 5:40 a.m. Now, I don't know what your opinion of this is. it's nice that the American government did, in fact, negotiate the release of an American citizen for something that we consider not a crime. I guess that's a good thing, right? Swapping it out for a notorious arms dealer, is that an equal but opposite trade? Well, again, the guy is really no danger. He's no more danger than Boeing and fucking Raytheon and Lockheed Martin are. Those two are arms dealers, just like the Russian jackoff that was selling arms to Colombia. So they switched them out, right? So look, that guy's really, in my opinion, my humble opinion, he's no longer a threat. If he's going to swap arms, he's going to do it anyway. And if he doesn't do it, somebody else will. So I guess, I don't know, the freedom of an American basketball star. What does it say about using judgment when you travel, right? Joe Biden's going to come and rescue you if you fly into Thailand with a pound of heroin wrapped around your ankle, right? Or try to leave with heroin. The same. You're breaking the law, right? You're breaking the law in countries that don't like what you're doing. They have laws to prevent you from doing what you're doing. Don't do it in their country, and you have no problem, right? In Thailand, right? Thailand, I just heard, made cannabis legal across the whole fucking place. Now, that's a great idea. You talk about tourism now going to flood into Thailand. It sure will. But, years ago, if you tried to bring weed into Thailand, you were looking at like 10 years in jail, just like in Russia. Hard time eating cockroaches off the floor. No food. Right? So what's the moral of the story? Right? Don't break the fucking law when you travel, right? And we won't have to spend, $1 million to get you out. So anyway, here's what it looked like. Did they mistreat her? Him? Did they mistreat the good Brittany Gardner while she was in custody? Here she is, her eyes popping out. Criminal. Right? She doesn't look too skinny. She don't look like her cheeks are all sunk in. There she is, enjoying a meal with a fellow prisoner who probably speaks, one of the only people in the whole fucking place that speaks English. She must have had a hard time with Russian, man, because she probably didn't speak a lick of Russian when she got there, and now maybe she speaks, 10 words or so. Or less. But here she is. Oh, they mistreated her. She's 7 feet, and they gave her a bed that's only 5.5 feet. That's fucked up, right? Imagine being 7 feet and not being able to lay down flat on your own bed. Right? She's been sleeping curled up in a ball for all this time. I don't know what the workaround was. I don't know what the workaround was, but people are saying we're buffering in the chat. Are we buffering? Are we buffering? We're gonna also go to the Google. Imagine being 7 feet. Looks like we're rolling. Looks like we're rolling on my end. Click the refresh button if you're buffering in the chat. So what else about this inhumane treatment? There she is working for her food. Right? She was sentenced to labor in a Russian jail for breaking their laws, and there she is working. She's fit and mentally able and physically able to work and do whatever she's doing over there, whatever they made her do. It looks like she's rolling some kind of fucking linen or artwork or I don't know what the hell she's doing over there. Here she is signing papers. She doesn't look to be beaten or buggered. So also the Russians arguably didn't treat her so bad. They treated her like everybody else. You remember what North Korea did to that kid that defaced? He took a trip to North Korea and he defaced something with Kim Jong-un's face on it, and they threw him in jail for life. And then the American government negotiated to get him out, and he came back in a body bag. Well, he came back brain dead, right? And then he ended up in a body bag. So they killed him But this girl got out pretty well. She's going to be looked at. Look, she's got a Nike bag. She's got all her shit back. Right? She's on a plane. There she is, smiling her ass off, back on a very, very cozy plane from United Arab Emirates to land back in Texas. Congratulations, America. We did it, man. Congratulations. We got the law-breaking basketball star back on U.S. turf. And it only cost us a convicted killer to get her out. So good work, America. Good work, man. We're doing our job. So while all this Twitter revelation is coming out, remember what caused one of the problems was that Twitter was approached by the FBI to shut down the story of Hunter Biden and anything related. FBI told Twitter that it was a hack, and under your hack policy, you have to cut it out. Don't let it out there because it's not allowed. The government says it's not allowed to be heard. So Twitter filed suit, and Twitter likes that because the attack was aimed at their enemies, which is, figuratively the right wing of politics. Oh no, they're going after the right wing, so let's do it anyway. We like that. We have permission now to censor the fuck out of the quote right side of politics because we don't like them anyway, man. They're all racist and white supremacists and misogynists and homophobes. Right, so they shouldn't be allowed to speak anyway. That's the people that Twitter had running the show. Right? But meanwhile, while that's all going on, Hunter Biden is off in New York. He's down in Soho or Chelsea, wherever he is, doing a art release of his art. Here he is with his arm around a New York Post reporter. You talk about a fucking shady guy. Look at this guy. All right, now, hey, look, you do whatever you want, right? If you want to get out of politics and do art, let's look at his art. It looks like some smudge fucking flowers. Look, that's pretty good, actually. I like that. I think that's appealing. He's got an eye. There's some talent there. I got to give him his kudos, right? But this would not be happening. Right? This guy would not be getting attention if he wasn't using all the money he stole from Ukraine and China. Excuse me, not stole, but went over there and worked for and provided favors for all those millions of dollars. Hunter Biden wouldn't be able to do that. He'd be working in fucking the 7-Eleven like everybody else. Right, but instead, he's got all the time and energy. He's got all the Soho connections to get his art out there, getting $75,000, upwards of $500,000 for his art. Right? People will pay for it, right? What the fuck, man? It's the president's son, right? And he's putting out a lot of work. All right, so congratulations, Hunter Biden. He turned his scandal of quid pro quo with daddy, the president, right? Destabilized the nation of Ukraine for his shenanigans. Right? Almost started a world fucking war with Russia over all this bullshit, right? And there he is. There he is. He made it. He made it. He made it in the art world. You can't make it up. Love this woman, right? Arizona Senator Kristen Sinema, excuse me. Kristen Sinema leaves Democratic Party. She's a senator. Oh my God, the Democrats are defecting from their own party and they're running to the middle. At least one of them is. So let's read. Arizona Senator Kristen Sinema announced Friday she had registered as an independent, leaving the Democratic Party just days after it won a hard-fought runoff race in Georgia, where Herschel Walker got kicked out, he got crushed, to secure 51 seats in the Senate. So it's news, and it's newsable, but it doesn't shift the power of the Senate to the Republicans. Remember, it's 51-49. Now it's 50-49 with Kamala Harris, the sitting vice president, as the 51. So it's still 51-49. And in the case of a tie, Kamala Harris would vote anyway for the Democrats. But it is interesting that Miss Sinema, a sitting senator in the great state of Arizona, has defected from the Democratic Party. You only need one more of them to do it, right? You got Bernie Sanders there as well, but he's a fucking Democrat, right? He caucuses with the Democrats, so he's never going to vote. Bernie is never, ever going to go against the Democratic Party. Why, he'll lose his seat as, head of this and head of that. He'll lose his Senate, judiciary seat or whatever the fuck he holds. Bernie Sanders is a coward like that. But we'll see how Kristen Sinema spins it. There she is, the lovely Kristen Sinema. We love Kristen Sinema from the great state of Arizona. In a natural extension of my service since I was first elected to Congress, I have joined the growing number of Arizonians who reject party politics by declaring my independence from the broken partisan system in Washington and formally registering as an Arizona independent. Watch out, man. Watch the fuck out, Sinema. They are coming for you. Chuck Schumer's already he's already pulling out the bow and arrow, right? He's ready to fire away. Boom. Right? She just painted a giant target on her back. And we love it. We love her for doing it. That's what you have to do, right? Break away from these corrupt parties. You got elected Senate as long as your people in your state agree. Right? Go with the will of the people. Right? Look, most people are not Democrat and not Republican, so you win. By moving to the middle, independent, you win. So that's great news right there. Let's shut some of these things off so we don't buffer. We don't buffer. A little more. What else we got? So Hunter Biden. Shut down the Hunter Biden story. Yeah. So here we go, man. Let's talk about it. Marcus Godley reporting. 9:32. We'll break to the markets in a little while, and then we're going to we'll open up the Google Meet. I'll drop the link in there. I don't think I did that yet. Here's the link, and I'll turn my camera on too. There we go. In the spaceship. If you want to come join me in the spaceship, anybody is welcome to join me in the spaceship. Kindly don't be a dick, and I won't have to silence you. Overt dickery, right? Don't do that. Right? Nobody does that, but I'm saying if you decide to come on and that's your intention, you will be silenced. So let's talk about the latest Twitter files. It only happened once, by the way. Latest Twitter files reveal secret suppression of right-wing commentators. No. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Tell me I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. So the second drop of Elon Musk's Twitter files dropped Thursday night and reveals how social media giant was secretly blacklisting conservative tweets and users. Caught in the fucking action. Caught with their hand in the cookie jar, right? So independent journalist Bari Weiss, Elon Musk is doing a very smart thing. He's picking independent journalists to drop the files on. He's not going to the mainstream. He's not even going to the New York Post anymore, or some other shady politician, some shady politician like a Rudy Giuliani, who is, who he lies one day and tells the truth the other day. Right? He's going to independent journalists, and this time he dropped it on Bari Weiss. A woman, this lady right here, I don't know who she is, but anyway, it's being reported fairly, which is good. Independent journalist Bari Weiss detailed in a series of posts how Twitter used so-called shadow banning to limit the visibility of tweets coming from the far-right users. How many times is Twitter and Google and Facebook on the record saying that they don't shadow ban, that they don't have visibility filters, that they don't throttle voices? How many times did they say it? Hundreds of times. All of them say it. Now, Elon Musk reveals the evidence to the contrary, that that is precisely what they do. I'm going to smoke. It's tobacco, by the way. It's homegrown tobacco. Trying to relax a little bit. I'm trying to bring the tone down here because look, I don't want to get. I'm tired of getting worked up about this particular subject, but I'm thrown right in the middle of it. Right? I am what they see as the problem. People that speak their mind. So this is important stuff, right? So Dan Bongino, I'm not really a fan of these guys, but Dan Bongino was shut down. He was shut down for talking about COVID. Right? But here's the evidence. Look at this. They have the installment of Elon Musk's Twitter files revealed how Twitter was secretly blacklisting conservative tweets and users. Let's jump off of the conservative wagon. Let's just say that they were censoring conflicting ideas because that's really what it is, right? And why? To win elections, right? This is what election interference looks like. Government leans on the liberal left to install these sorts of things that violate the U.S. Constitution so they don't have to. The FBI doesn't have to come in and say, shut this one down, shut that one down. They just come in and say, use the tools you have to do it because it's a hack. See, we're giving you permission. They're hacking. We're using the hack word. Whenever it's a hack, you could shut down whoever you want because we told you it's a hack. So they have this. This is what the screen looks like. They clearly have a button that indicates that there is, in fact, a blacklist. They have another one that says don't amplify. That's basically a throttle. Let's look over here. There's more. A new Twitter file investigation, this is Bari Weiss, reveals the teams of Twitter employees build blacklists, prevent disfavored tweets from trending, and actively limit the visibility of entire accounts or even trending topics, all in secret without informing users. What else do you need to know? Is it true? Is Elon Musk providing truthful and verifiable information to Bari Weiss? Yes, yes, and more yes. It is true. Twitter, the great Twitter of 20 million, upwards of 80 million users. We don't even know how many users they have, somewhere between 20 and 80 million, because some of those 80 million are the same person 4 and 5 times, their own people, their own bots. Right? But this is confirmed. This is no longer conspiracy theory. This is no longer theory. Proven. Twitter censors people that they don't like. And again, if you think it's being done in isolation, if you think it's only Twitter, you're not paying attention. They're doing it. They're doing it all on all these social media platforms. This is what censorship looks like in the modern age. Right? That's what it looks like. Let's continue to read. Twitter once had a mission. This is Bari Weiss. This is a good point. Bari Weiss tells us, Twitter once had a mission, quote, to give everyone the power to create and share ideas and information instantly without barriers. Oh, you remember when they were like that? It just brought a tear to my eye thinking about it. Right? Along the way, barriers nonetheless were erected. Truth. 3. Take, for example, Stanford Dr. Haka, who argued that COVID lockdowns would harm children. Twitter secretly placed him on a trends blacklist, which prevented his tweets from trending. Right? Can't say that. You can't say that. Now, is there evidence, or at least is it open for discussion, that placing a mask on a 2-year-old in a nursery school, right? And not being the child not being able to see other faces and see how fucking words are pronounced is not detrimental to a kid. You want to tell me that that's not a relevant story, a relevant topic where children are possibly being harmed by this ridiculous fucking mask thing? Of course it's something that you want to talk about. Of course, you don't have to believe it, but let's listen to it, not shut it down. And then when children are harmed, who's to blame when children are harmed? Twitter. You're the one who stuffed the story. You're the one who prevented people from seeing this fucking eye-popping idea that yeah, oh shit, I didn't realize that when you cover someone's face, they can't communicate, right? And why are we doing it? Children, there's less than a 1.01% chance that a child is going to die from COVID. He's more likely to get hit by lightning or get, die of fucking type 1 diabetes or child abuse or fucking locked in a car and beaten by some angry parent like a dog. It's just ridiculous, right? We should hear everything, right? We should be able to openly speak openly. Right? Why is that so hard to understand? Well, it's not hard to understand when you realize why they're doing it. It's voter suppression. You're not on our side, therefore you're the enemy. That's what it is. Right? There's no other way to explain it. Why does the FBI lean on big tech to do these things? Remember, that's why they do it. Yes, at the top echelons of Twitter, they have leftist kooks that believe these ridiculous stories. But who's providing them with the story? It's the government. It's people like Fauci, for example, in COVID-19. It's people like the corrupt CIA and FBI that are promoting the story of, Russia hacks our elections or and such, right? So anyway, what else we got? What else we got here? Bari Weiss, number 4, considered a popular right-wing talk show host, Dan Bongino, who at one point was slapped with a search blacklist. Confirming, right? Do not amplify. Search blacklist, right? Twitter denied that it does such things. You remember? In 2018, Twitter's Vijaya Gadde, head of legal policy and trust, right? The head of trust at Twitter and head of products says, quote, "We do not shadow ban." Liars. They added, "And we certainly do not shadow ban based on political viewpoints or ideologies." Right? Caught in a lie. Right? There it is. Right? That was the top legal dog at Twitter saying it. Right? What many people call shadow banning, Twitter executives and employees call visibility filtering. Oh, it's different. It's not shadow banning. That's a bad word. We already told you can't say shadow banning because that's misinformation. So, but we visibility filter. It's such hypocrisy, right? Multiple high-level sources confirmed its meaning. Visibility filtering. We love it, right? Oh, man. 8, think about visibility filtering as being a way for us to suppress what people see to different levels. It's a very powerful tool, one senior Twitter employee told us, says Bari Weiss, the now credible journalist that's revealing all this stuff to us, right? This is right up there. I got to tell you, Elon Musk is right up there with Julian Assange, revealing the truth about censorship in America at the highest levels of not only government, it leads to government. Again, the FBI is complicit in this. They're the ones pressuring, have pressured Twitter to do it right out in the open by calling things a hack, right? He's right up there with Julian Assange, Elon Musk is. I say. Elon Musk told us about the corruption in many, many places. Murder videos in Iraq showed us that the DNC, in fact, rigged an election against Bernie Sanders, then blamed the Russians for it. The FBI gave him cover to do it. Julian Assange, great journalist. Elon Musk, now leading the charge, cost him $57 billion to buy Twitter to do it. I think he's getting his money's worth. I think Twitter and Elon Musk are getting their money's worth. Visibility filtering. Think about it. Visibility. Visibility filtering. It's not nefarious. It's not. It's what we have to do to shut you up, right? Because we need to win these elections, or the money is going to stop pouring in, right? That's the way it works around here. What don't you understand about it? If you don't believe us, just look at your politicians. Look at AOC, who goes in and says, we got to stop big tech and big business from crushing the little guy. And what does she do? She gets right in there and votes along the lines of the Democrats and does everything and anything that Nancy Pelosi told her to do. Right? They lose their way. The politicians, they run on one platform, they get elected, they take the money, and they vote along fucking party lines, so in hopes that they can get reelected and do the same, so the money keeps coming in and they get to retain power. That's how it works, right? So any jerk off can be a congressman or woman. Any functioning idiot can be a senator, because what do? They get elected corruptly with, $30 million behind them, or $10 million, or $3 million in the case of Congress, in the case of the House. Right? And then once they're in, they turn to the aisle and say, okay, where's the money flow coming in? They take the money, enrich themselves, and vote along party lines. Everything that they say is scripted right down from the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. They're told what to say. Right? This is what's going on in your country. Right? This is what's going on in your country. So Barry Weiss, what's number 9? Number 9, visibility filters refers to Twitter's control over user visibility. It used visibility to block searches of individual users, to limit the scope of a particular tweet's discoverability. Right? They bury you. They ban you. Right? To block select users' posts from ever appearing on the trending page, and from inclusion in hashtag searches. So you can't win. If they don't like you, they ban you. They make you go away. They cancel you. Confirmed. We control, this, number 11. We control visibility quite a bit, says somebody that told Barry Weiss. And we control the amplification of your content quite a bit, says Twitter. And normal people do not know how much we do. One Twitter engineer told us. 2 additional Twitter engineers confirmed. Right from the inside, from the horse's mouth, confirmed. We censor. We throttle. We ban. We shadow ban. We visibility filter. The group that decided whether to limit the reach of certain users was, quote, Strategic Response Team, Global Escalation Team. It often handled up to 200 cases a day. I would say it's a lot more than that. I would say it's far less discriminatory, where they just say, we don't like this voice, hit the button, shut them down. Throw them into the batch of people that are not allowed to be heard. But there existed a level beyond official ticketing, beyond the rank and file moderators following the company's policy on paper. This secret group included head of legal policy and trust, and that's Vijaya Gotti. Funny, her name is Gotti, like John Gotti. The global head of trust and safety, Joel Roth, who fucking Elon Musk fired. This is the biggest, most politically sensitive decisions got made. This is who made them. So they had a whole squad, a whole team, trend that would ban people. What else can we find out? The account which Chache Rachik began in November 2020 and now boasts over 1.4 million followers was subjected to 6 suspensions in 2022. Each time, Rarick was blocked from posting for as long as a week. Oh, really? Really? It happened 6 times? It's happened more than that here, right? More than 6 over the years. You know, probably 20. 3 in the last 100 shows. 3 times it happened. Banned for a week, banned for 2 weeks. One more, you're gone, man. We're going to delete you from the fucking rosters for cyberbullying and hacking. Not by what you're saying now. We'll just go into the background and pull something up. You know, because, you know, the fucking rules don't make sense anyway. They only make sense to us. So we'll just ban you. And what are you going to do about it? You're not going to do anything about it, right? You're screaming, you're informing fucking 30 people on Facebook, on YouTube. We don't care about that. We'll just block you and your 30 people and fuck you. That's what they're saying. It's really, I mean, I feel like I'm in a unique position to talk about this. Breaking news, Marcus Conte reporting on his own shadow banning. All right. What else? Twitter repeatedly informed Rarick that she had been suspended for, quote, violating Twitter's policy against hateful conduct. Oh, my God. She's hating people. She hates people. Ban her. I hate people. Everybody hates people. And sometimes when that people you hate is a public figure, you're protected by the Constitution to hate on them. That's called free speech. Your view of hate is not really, they're not really hating on you. They're talking about the subject matter of being banned because the FBI just put their boot on Twitter's throat. Right? Don't lose track of that. Right? Don't fall victim to believing that Twitter was the problem. Twitter, yes, was the problem. But who is the bigger problem? Who gave them cover? Who gave Twitter cover to do it? FBI walked in and said, we got to hack. 2020, we got to hack. Shut these people down. 2 weeks, 1 week, ban them, kick them off, suspend the President of the United States, Donald Trump. Right? You don't think that has an effect on elections? Are you fucking kidding me? Right? You're not allowed to speculate that shutting down millions and millions of opposing ideas is not fucking with people's minds to believe your gaslight campaign? Of course it does. Of course it has an effect on people. Right? And that's why we're talking about it. Right? Stop doing it. Stop doing it, and we'll stop talking about it. It's funny how that works. The committee justified her suspensions internally by claiming her posts encouraged online harassment of hospitals and medical providers. I got like 4 of those. For what? Going to the hospital and filming and showing people the morgue trucks out back that the hospital said were full of dead bodies, COVID dead bodies. You don't think that that's an interesting story to show up at the hospital and try to figure it out? For that, you're harassing the hospital. You're over here harassing the hospital, right? I got harassed at the hospital. My story of the black racist that kicked me out of the hospital, get your white privilege out of here, right? Racist, right? Kicking me out, right? For exposing or talking about what's going on at the hospital during a global pandemic, right? And then being labeled a harasser, right? Right? Harassing hospitals and medical providers. Bullshit. Bullshit. You're lying. You're fucking lying, Twitter. About that gender affirming health care is equivalent to child abuse or grooming, said somebody, right? Is gender affirming health care the equivalent of child abuse and grooming? I don't know. When you tell a 5-year-old that you might, a 5-year-old, biological male, that you might be a female because that's the way you feel, I don't know. Is that child abuse? I don't know the answer to that. But I know that talking about it is not harmful. Talking about it airs it out so that people can say, really? That I didn't know healthcare facilities offer gender affirming healthcare? Really? People don't even know it's happening. But the only thing they hear about it is that, see, they're harassing hospitals and healthcare providers. That's a big foul, right? It's a big foul. Or the courageous doctors that told you that COVID-19 had a kill ratio less than the common flu, right? And that proved to be true, right? Less people died, or maybe the same amount, died of common influenza as they did the common flu, right? And that's confirmed. Less than 1% of the population dies of influenza. Less than 1% of the population died of COVID-19. That is the statistical fact across the board, across the world. Everybody agrees with that statistic, right? And how many people die of alcoholism? How many people die of diabetes? What percentage of the population die of obesity? I don't know, 20%, 30%? All right. Why aren't you going after the people that talk out about obesity? Right? She's fat. Oh, you fat shamed her. You're banned. No, I'm fat shaming her because it's based on the facts. When I fat shame Whoopi Goldberg, right? And she is fat. She's big and fat, Whoopi Goldberg, right? Because I care about her, and I care about people that admire her, that they're justifying being big and fat and ignorant and out of shape is okay, right? Why don't you say, why don't you flash the warning? How about that when you do the View, right? Because you got a fat person sitting on the panel, why don't you warn your audience about fat people like Whoopi Goldberg, right? Because fat is way more deadly than COVID, right? And that is a statistical fact. More people die from obesity than they do from COVID-19. That is a fact, right? But there's no ban on fat people. They could be fat, and they could be fat and host a fucking channel, a cooking channel, right? This is how I cook. This is how I got fat. It's comical, but it's real, right? So anyway, thank you all for joining me. I'm not reading the chat because I'm deeply in my own head right now, and I'm trying to get out of it. What else can we find out? This is fascinating stuff. Rarick told Twitter that her address had been disseminated. She says Twitter support. All right, so I mean, it couldn't be more clear. There's on and on and on. If you want to read this, I'll drop the link. This is the journalist dropping the evidence on Twitter, uncensored, unbuggered, right? Allowed to be seen. There's the link if you want to whack on it and see some more. We're way late. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So I'll wrap this up in a second, and we'll open up the chat. It's going to be a long show today, man. I'm sorry. A new Twitter file investigation. So, again, here's another link that proves everything we're saying about Twitter is factually correct, is inescapably true, is coming down the ranks from the highest levels of Twitter. Twitter, and of course, one step further, further, the bigger problem here is election interference. That's what Elon Musk is telling you. Twitter engaged in election interference leading up to the 2020 election. That's what it is. You're blocking fucking conflicting voices at will, secretively, because you say so. Because you say, Twitter, you say it's bad. That's a violation of the Constitution. That violates the Constitution of the United States of America, the First Amendment, freedom of speech. That's what it is, right? That's what this is, right? And Elon Musk is doing a great job revealing it to all of us. Right? So how did, one last clip, how did mainstream media, TYT is irate over Elon Musk putting cots in Twitter and not even talking about the fucking Twitter files, the startling revelation that Twitter has been, half the fucking population of Twitter has been censored because Twitter doesn't like them.
Twitter employees were surprised to find that Elon Musk had made some renovations in their offices. Okay. Specifically, he had converted empty office space into full-on bedrooms for himself and his employees. Hopefully not to sleep together. But
so what? So what? You don't think that there's sleeping quarters? We have sleeping quarters in hospitals, you jackass. Do you know that in hospitals, doctors that are on revolving shifts, they don't leave the hospital. They sleep in the fucking in the sleep room. Also, airline stewardesses. Well, you know, on a plane, you can't go to you can't take a break and leave. You're on the plane. But Goldman Sachs, every major bank has suites where people can sleep and take a nap. And Miss TYT is irate over that, right? Because, again, deflect. Deflect, TYT. Let's see how you do it. Deflect. Let's talk about Elon Musk's horrible treatment of his employees, that he's only been there 10 minutes.
We do have some examples of the images, which, by the way, has sparked an investigation by the city of San Francisco because there are zoning laws, and I'd like to think some labor laws that would play into this. I don't know. But here's an example. So the BBC.
Hey, let's find the law that Elon Musk broke and let's prosecute him in the state of San Francisco, in the city of San Francisco for it. That's really what she's saying.
BBC has obtained pictures of inside Twitter, rooms that have been converted into bedrooms for staff to sleep in. So there you have it. There's a bed.
That was a conference room earlier.
Yes.
The one on the right.
Lots of fun. James Clayton also shared these images. Let's go to the next. Yeah, so that's just a couch with sheets on it. That's not really a bed.
Oh, how terrible. Elon Musk is providing overnight accommodations for his hard workers. Oh, so bad, so bad, so bad. Remember the fact, Elon Musk told the fucking liberal left at the top of the echelons to get the fuck out of my company. That's what he told them. And he says, here's some money. You want to leave? Take your severance pay and get out of here, right? If you don't like it, we're going to work you to death until you leave, right? He was strong arming the radical left to pack up and get out, right? It was a flex. That's what Elon Musk was doing. Are they calling it as they see it? No. They're trying to make the case that Elon Musk is bullying his employees to stay over. That's what they're doing.
So there's really
this is TYT, someone who, people that I respected prior to 2016, and watched their show all the time. I used to watch TYT live all the time, 6 p.m. I used to watch it all the time.
No renovation being done.
Not anymore.
Done there.
But they are bringing in couches. And so they're bringing in couches so that people, bringing in couches by itself doesn't necessarily mean anything. There's couches in any office, right? But they're purposely bringing in couches because they want people to sleep on them.
Yeah, and then there's this just full-blown wardrobe, like there's a wardrobe closet in one of the rooms as well. So there's that. There are even slippers. Former staff.
You see how TYT, Cenk Uygur's never short of words. And you can see how they're struggling to tell the story. They're trying so hard to not talk about what Elon Musk is, earth-shaking censorship at an epic level. And TYT is not making it the center of attraction because they don't care. Because why? Because they're liberal left and they believe this nonsense. A lot of it they do. Right? Cenk Uygur believes it to some degree. I would say the girl speaking believes it even more.
Say Elon Musk's room is a converted conference room and looks like a hotel room. Fun. And Elon Musk even installed a washing machine last month.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He installed a washing machine. So look at the disgust. Oh, a washing machine?
Hotel room. Fun. And Elon Musk even installed a washing machine last month.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. He's calling Jesus. And he's a Muslim.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to really love my job at Twitter, like love it and be so obsessed with it that I would agree to this.
Anna, look at the facts. Look at the facts. Look what you're saying. I would love my job. Look at the fact that Elon, why he did that. It's a flex to get people like you out of there, right? Because you're corrupt, because you're secretively banning people under the guidance of the FBI. It's corruption. Right? It's election interference at an epic level. And
Agree to sleeping there. No, I don't think I love anything enough to do that. I love you, Cenk. I love TYT. I wouldn't. There's no way in hell I would.
So that's all I wanted to say about that. You can see the fabricated disgust, and I already talked about this. Has the Constitution been terminated in America? Well, it looks like it is. It looks like at this time, free speech is under fire. Right? You know, people complain, oh, they're trying to take away my gun. They're trying to take away your vocal cords, right? In the future, 10 years from now, you're not allowed to use your voice. That one over there, you see that one over there? He spoke. Get him. Right? It's what Pink Floyd was talking about him. Get him up against the wall. What did you do? I don't know. I spoke. You're not allowed to speak. Only rich people can speak. You have to stay online and tweet so that we can censor you. You're not allowed to speak. Did that one over there speak to another one? That one spoke to the other one. Remove his vocal cords so he can't speak anymore, right? Put him in solitary confinement until he forgets how to speak. Is that an exaggeration? Is that where it leads? I think that's exactly where it leads, and I don't think it's an exaggeration at all. So anyway, so there you go, man. So oh shit, the market's open. Now I without hitting the executive button, I would speculate that the markets are down slightly, and they are. Stock futures reverse gains after surprise inflation data. So in the real world, inflation continues to rise a little bit. Prices are getting heavier on people. And so Wall Street doesn't like that because there's less spending by people. People spend less when they have less, and things cost more. So inflation continues to creep up. Who's to blame for it? Well, it's obvious. It's if you dump $2 trillion in stimulus into an economy and drive it up during a pandemic, and then pull the fucking stimulus away and expect people to run back to jobs that they don't have anymore, you're going to cause an imbalance in the economy. They're going to spend all their money, then they're not going to have any money, and you're going to cause a recession. That was predictable by many, many economists on Wall Street. Jamie Dimon is saying we're heading for a colossal recession still to come in 2023. Wall Street is telling you this is what's happening. People don't have money anymore. Inflation continues to rise. Anyway, TYT is just relevant for being mocked. Jimmy Dore is the real thing, says David Brown. I like Jimmy Dore. I think Jimmy Dore went off the rails a little bit on his dialogue about the military-industrial complex. A little bit. But we love Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore is a funny guy, is a very, very talented individual. And again, you're right that many people don't know that Jimmy Dore was, in fact, a TYT broadcaster. He sat on the panel throughout 2016. And after Bernie Sanders capitulated, he left and did his own thing, right? Heroically did his own thing, and has way more of a following than TYT at this point. So we love whoever I was just talking about and forgot. All right, I'm wiped out, man. It's your turn, man. Your turn. And so we are live. We're live. If you want to come on the show, I know we're an hour in, but we can hang out for a little bit. There I am. I'm in the space capsule. If you want to join me, whack the link. Where's the link? No, that's not the link. I got to get you the link. I got to get you the link quick. I got to get you the link. If you want to come join us, here's the link. And join us for a little bit. We'll talk. Happy Friday to you. If there's anybody out there that wants to come aboard and say hello. And I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Hit the link and join us. What else we got? I listen to Jimmy Dore funny. Andy Garcia. Yeah, he's a funny guy, man. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. Welcome, everybody. 38 people watching. Boom. I heard a ding dong. I heard somebody ding. Vinny DiMartini, my brother. Vinny's here. Is Vinny here? Pow! Vinny is here. Enter. Tetragramma Ghost for the first time is here too. Let everybody pile in. Hey, Tetragramma Ghost is a female.
Hey.
I thought the ghost was.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome. You know how this works. Can you hear us, Tetragramma Ghost? Let me just do a sound check. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. You know how it works then. You're listening to Google and not YouTube. Right. How you doing, man? How you doing, Tetragramma Ghost? Welcome to the program.
No. I just wanted to say hello. Stop that. There's my Truth Matters t-shirt. It's backwards. I'm actually boondocking somewhere in my RV.
Oh, wow.
And I wanted to show you the cows. Check them out.
Please.
Can you see them?
Yes. Them's as cows. Where are you? What state are you in?
I'm in Arizona. I'm on federal land. I just went prospecting up in the forest there. But they don't bother you. Look at them. Hey, cow.
Hey, Tetragramma Ghost, can I ask you a question about Arizona?
Absolutely.
So you've got a senator over there that just moved to the middle, defected from the Democratic Party. Is that, in your view, as an Arizonian, a good thing? Are people with that, or are they against that? Being from Arizona.
I lived in Phoenix for 30 years, but now I'm just kind of cruising around, so I don't really talk to people about politics, and I don't vote anymore. It's all a joke, you know.
Okay.
So.
Fair enough.
But I do believe that going independent is a good thing as opposed to the two-party paradigm.
Right. Yeah. No doubt. So you live that's a fascinating life, right, Vinny? She lives the life that me and Vinny want to live. Instead, we're stuck here. She's roaming around in a fucking RV, hanging out with the cows.
I'm hanging out with the cows and all kinds of animals. I quit the job 3 years ago. They wanted me to take the vax, and I wasn't doing it. So I was like,
done.
Do this. So I gave half my stuff away and cruised around. That's what life's all about. You got to do what you want to do.
Hey, you know what I discovered when I visit cows is that they love music. By the way, they're very fond of classical music. I play
my guitar for them very often.
There you go. I was just gonna say I bring the keyboard when I go, and I sit by the cows. They're on the farm. We know where they're going. And so you play some music for them, and they gather around and they love it, man. They absolutely love it, man.
Out here, they just kind of look at me like, "What are you doing?" And but I sing songs to them and stuff. And I sing songs to the birds.
Man.
That's what you do.
Hey, thank you, Tetragramma Ghost. What's up, Vinny DiMartini? What's up, Vinny, man, my brother? What's going on, Vinny? What's going on, Vinny? What are you, dead? Oh, Wake Now is here. Vinny, if you're listening, you're mute. You're mute. Like, we can't hear you. Weevil Girl, full house today. Vinny, you're mute. Weevil Girl is here. Welcome, Weevil Girl. We got a full house today. Wake Now, are you here as well? I see you, but I don't hear you.
Vinny, if you're Howdy, it's good to be here. I'm doing a mic check. I got new audio set up.
All right.
Oh, now we can hear you. Now we can hear. Can everybody hear me? I got a new microphone set up, so I'm testing her out.
Weevil Girl's here too. Weevil Girl, what's up, Weevil Girl?
Morning, everybody. It's great to see you, Tetra. Wake now, Vinny.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. We're real people having a real discussion.
That's right.
It's crazy, right? We're actually doing it. We're doing it. Real people finding a way to have a real discussion. Jim Gerard is here. Holy shit.
Man. The maniacs are all checking in, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
I feel left out. Everybody's got their morning wake and bake smoke going on, and I feel I might have to pack one up myself.
Yeah, myself. Cigarette.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, don't. I'm not an advocate of starting to smoke. I could tell you, it's very alluring. I've been smoking this tobacco now for about 2 weeks, and I feel like my chest is getting a little heavy. I might.
You should try on your pipe. They have filters that you can put on the end of pipes and stuff if you like to smoke out of a pipe.
I know. I know. I'm trying. It doesn't affect running. I still run 5 miles. It doesn't. But what's up, Jim? Jim Gerard is here. How you doing, Jim? What's up, bud? Are you there, Jim?
Well, I'm trying. It says my mic's off. Can you hear me?
I hear you. We
Mike's
hear
fine.
you.
You can hear you just fine, buddy.
We hear you,
Good
Jim.
to see you. Every time I hop on, it's always Weevil Girl and Jim, and I like talking to you guys. That's all right with me.
Right.
I don't care what they say about you guys. You guys are all right in my opinion.
And look at us. We're a cross section of America. Look, Vinny's down there in South Carolina, right? South Carolina.
Sure.
Right on the border.
South Carolina. We got Tetragama Ghost from Arizona. Wake now. Where are you from? Where are you?
I'm in an undisclosed location outside the Midwest.
Midwest. Weevil Girl is up there in Illinois, correct? Right? Illinois.
Wisconsin.
Oh, you're over there in Wisconsin. Okie dokie.
Wisconsin.
And the great state
Beer
of
and
Iowa.
Cheese and cows like Tetra.
Yeah.
Cow country, man.
Jim, are you in Ohio or
Iowa.
Iowa.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I get the eyes mixed up too. Iowa, Idaho, and even Ohio. That's fucked up, man.
I'll show you guys my Christmas tree.
All right.
Oh yeah, man! I can't even believe it's the worst year, and it went by so quick.
And some of my laundry. Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like through the pandemic that all the way from 2020 to 2022 kind of just was all one big blur, like just mashed together like it didn't exist? It's kind of weird how time sped up for all that stuff. I heard multiple people say that they had the same exact experience too. I don't know what it is or if it's psychological. People are like, dude, it feels like the last 2 years were one run-on year, dude.
Yeah. It's been definitely.
It was like Groundhog's Day.
No doubt. You know what it is, and the irony is that in 2 years, everybody will forget about all of this corruption. They'll forget about it. Remember.
Yeah, and it'll still be business as usual, no matter who's in.
Yeah.
God, man, I'm so disgusted with it all. I tune out to kind of the news right before Thanksgiving. I've been trying to do all of my other stuff, house, cars. It's just disgusting, man.
Yeah. It's necessary though. It's necessary work we're doing. I mean, it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and what work is that? It's like, you know, for me, it's just one guy telling you what it's like to be on this side of the the aisle, or the camera, whatever, and the attacks that that I've been telling people about are now confirmed to be real at Twitter. Right? There's no longer an escape from that. Now, what is your government going to do about it? What is your government going to do about it? What are your elected officials going to do about it? Probably nothing. Right?
Unfortunately,
it's amazing how you can Twitter. You can get like anything, but the people that are doing all kinds of stuff, nothing's happening to them.
Yeah.
You want to know what's weird? I asked my local law enforcement what to do about online doxing and harassing and death threats and stuff, and they were like, well, that's not our expertise. That's out of our jurisdiction. We don't do anything online and stuff. You have to deal with that on your own. I was like, what? There's no way to deal with this kind of stuff unless you're actually in the same state and you actually know the person who's harassing you. Then you can file litigation. But if it's just an avatar online, the cops will just laugh at you.
Yeah, because it's one jackass saying bad things about you. Just ignore it. Right? It doesn't.
Yeah.
There's only look, trolls will only lock on if you give them if you give them attention. If you start talking about them, then they'll come, and that's precisely what they want. And then Vinny could attest to that. We had that problem here.
Oh,
where
man.
I'm not a fan of death threats. That's the only thing that I can have. Because I have kids and stuff. I can hold my own, but I don't want my kids or my mom or she's elderly. I don't want her getting attacked or threatened. So I gotta protect my own personal privacy.
They drag everybody in. You got kids or anything. If you got a medical problem, oh man, it's just like get this. These people are, man, it's twisted.
And that's all corroborated by the social media platforms themselves, right? Because the people complaining are just trolls. They're operating in their own self-interest, supporting their own channels, supporting their own fucking political agenda. That's why they're doing it, to knock you down and say, see, he cyberbullied me. That's why I leave the chat up. I leave it there because there is no cyberbullying. Nobody's getting bullied here. It doesn't happen. It's not real. It's
hey everybody, I have to go because it is cold as fuck out here. But this has been fun, and I will be back soon.
All right, go get warm.
My name is Tetragrammaton Ghost.
Yeah,
Tetragrammaton Ghost. Thank you for being here. Thank you for putting a face to the. Putting a face to the tag.
For years in the chats and stuff.
I'll videotape you. Take care, everybody. I'll videotape inside after I clean the fucking place up.
All right,
take care.
Peace out.
Hey, it was good. It was good talking to you. Go get warm.
Yeah, it's nice
Peace out,
meeting you.
man. Peace out. Peace out, man. So anyway, what else we got, man? What else? I think it's a victory. I mean, today's a victory, right? Made it to 100 shows, right? Got banned 3 times.
Yeah.
Every day that you get to live stream on YouTube is a victory, my friend Marcus, because they are putting their foot down with the censorship hardcore. They're my other channel. You can't. One of my channels you can't even find, even if you type it in word for word for verbatim. It still is it's that shadow banned.
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes, you know what they do is, which is even sneakier. Sometimes they have this. It's such a sophisticated algorithm that. If, like, for example, if I search my own name in Google in my own house, everything comes up. If I go to a coffee shop and try it, nothing comes up.
That's what happens to me.
I did it in California. I searched my own name while I was on a trip, and it was like I didn't even exist.
Yeah, I had a buddy do that to me. He goes, hey, will you search me real quick to see if I'm relevant? Because I can find me, but nobody else can. I searched him. I was like, nope, you're nowhere to be found. And then I used DuckDuckGo, and then I found everything. He was like literally just being throttled back by Google searches. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Google.
And DuckDuckGo is a lot better. Yeah.
The whole internet's been really glitchy. A lot of people have been complaining. I said, yeah, it's been glitchy, man. The fucking ours is going off. Last Friday it's going off. The date's going off. It's middle of the night. It's like, what in the fuck, man? I don't remember this doing that like this for like 10 years. And all of a sudden it's like a new normal thing.
I have a joke about every time I try to do something productive, the deep state stops me. Every time I'm trying to do something online, my internet connection always craps out too.
Yeah.
Right.
I blame it on solar flares.
That's just a coincidence, man. That's a coincidence that you're banned. You got banned 2 weeks before an election. That's just that's not. That's a glitch. It's not us doing it.
I actually go Tuesdays, so Georgia, we got Warnock,
Yeah.
I mean, there was a good chance that maybe we could get some sort of honest election out of, city and local governments and stuff.
Yep.
Man.
Well, let's see. I mean, let's see who the Democrats put up. I mean, is Joe Biden going
Right.
to run at 80, 82, 81,
Mhm.
82? And what do you
Yeah.
get? You know, what are you going to get? 5 progressives? Remember the word progressive? What are you going to get? Bernie Sanders and shaky Amy Klobuchar and fucking Pete Buttigieg?
I can
Those-
definitely tell you
they're
this
stiffs.
next election is going to be a very interesting one, to say the least. I can already tell. But you want to know what's funny? I got one of my channels taken down for. Hey, I never even said that. I'm not even going to say it on your channel because I don't want to get you in trouble. But I got one of my channels removed for hinting at the possibility of election tampering, and they were like, "Misinformation. You're done. Bye." I was like,
Right.
"What? That's
Wow.
crazy."
Unbelievable, right?
No
Unbelievable.
hinting.
No talking about the election that we're about to have or the election that we just had. Not allowed. You're not
Right.
allowed. We don't want it. No.
Absolutely.
I mean that is a great revelation. I mean Elon Musk. I would say we love him now, and a year from now we'll probably hate him again. But
Yeah.
right. But right now he's doing very very noble work. You know, to do what he's doing. And does he have a profit motive? Yeah, of course. He has Twitter. He owns Twitter. All right. So let's see what he does with it. Let's see how the definitions of left versus right change. What is a left?
Right.
What is a right wing person? Right? I don't know any. I go outside and I see people that like Trump, and then I see people that like Biden. Is that and then when you question them, there's all kinds of different opinions of everything.
Well,
in it.
it's a false paradigm. Like, I'll go out and be like, "Oh, I'm not a big fan of Joe Biden," and people scream in your face, "Oh, so you're a Trump fan? You're a Trump." No, did I say that? I never even said that. I don't like Trump that much either. And then you go, "I don't like Trump." Oh, you're a Biden fan? No, I didn't say that. It's a
I
false
hate
paradigm.
that.
You only have a two-party system. You can't have anything in between. You're not allowed to have an opinion in between. You have to be one
Nope.
side or the other. It's biased.
Yeah. If you don't like Trump, oh, so you like Hillary. That's
Yeah,
like,
that type of
well,
thing.
you
Yeah.
know, oh, so you're lucky I don't slap the teeth right out of your mug. I'm serious. It's just, you're fucking retard. Stay away from me.
And to interject about the whole Elon Musk thing, he's terrifyingly powerful to the point where he can change the value of crypto at the snap of his fingers or the entry of a tweet.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the dude's insane.
Yeah.
We'll give him some evil superpowers that you should be very afraid of.
Yeah, but maybe just maybe he's doing what Trump, threatened to do. He's actually taking on big tech from the inside.
Oh, he
Right.
is.
Right.
He's shaking him up.
He's shaking them up. They're shaking. They're shaking in their boots. Right? They have. How do you get around the fact that? Do you now? Obviously, because the files came out yesterday, by Monday there'll be 30 articles in the Washington Post, another 20, exposés in CNN, MSNBC, and the like, that will tell you that Elon Musk is a corrupt individual that needs to be investigated for crimes against you, right? Rather than the fact that he's revealed what he's revealing. So it's only Thursday, right? It's breaking news, and watch what happens by Monday. The whole story, aggressively will be, flipped. But we know the truth. We know the truth. You don't know the
I
truth.
think-
You don't know what the fucking truth is, man.
Yeah.
You're gaslit. You're a right-wing conspiracy theorist.
What's more dangerous than just that Twitter and Google and other big tech industries are censoring is constitutionally it becomes completely illegal when you have our federal government pressuring those people to censor.
Oh, yeah.
And that is literally what's gone on.
Yep.
They don't even really hide it. You have Biden asking them to clamp down on what they deem as misinformation. And I've had people tell me that opinions, if you have an opinion, that's misinformation.
Well, there's a big difference between blatant disinformation and being misinformed. Like, you can dupe somebody by lying to them, or you might accidentally get information wrong. That happens. There's
Sure.
two sides of it.
I like to point out that you can have an opinion Like I could have the opinion that the Democratic Party no longer works on behalf of the people or the working class people. And I can have facts that back that up, like their donor list or their behavior or their votes on certain things. But there's also facts on the other side.
Right.
So an opinion is just an acknowledgement that there's facts behind my opinion, but facts can be on both sides. That's when we get in this weird polarization that some things are completely true and other things are completely false. No, the world's more complicated than that. There's a lot of gray area.
There is a lot of gray area, but that's also a part of why humanity is suffering from cognitive dissonance like no other, because we can't handle facts. We don't believe facts. And a lot of people like us are skeptical about everything. And then when you're a skeptic, you're automatically coined as a conspiracy theorist. And then when you're a conspiracy theorist, you're just a crazy nut job. So it's like, disregard everything that person said. They're just crazy.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt, man. I don't know, man. It's a scary time. I never thought, I would see that, live through it and be part of it, right? This notion of being censored, right? Well, anyway, man. So what else? Jim, let's wrap it up, man. We're already an hour and a half in, man. We'll kill it. Good show, man. Thank you all.
Well, the big news in Iowa is that there was a young couple in Fort Dodge, Iowa.
Uh-huh.
Very young, 20s maybe.
Okay.
Had a baby at home. And then, I don't know, a week or two later, they drowned the baby because it wouldn't stop crying.
I heard something about
I heard about that too. That's just absolutely insane.
And then the other big news is down in southeast Iowa, there's a lady that claims her father, a farmer, is the most prolific serial killer.
Wow.
That he killed like 70 women, buried them on his farm.
Unbelievable.
So I don't know what the hell's going on with my state, but it looks like New York City's moving in.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's getting crazy. It's and again, it's isolation. People are I thought it was predictable during the pandemic where when you isolate people and slice and dice them, eventually this kind of extreme opinion is going to surface, right? Because people don't have anybody to bounce ideas off of anymore. They're isolated, right? And what do? They go out on social media and try to connect with people.
Echo chamber.
Yeah, echo chamber, and but sometimes it's positive, right? So what? 100,000 people say we never went to the moon. Big fucking deal, right? It's funny and humorous and interesting to understand why. Shouldn't be banned, right? Or the fact that in the medical field, every medication on the market has a side effect. Every single medication that
more side effects than things that they improve, mostly.
Right.
The commercials are insane. If this happens, give us a call.
Right. So, but when it comes to a global pandemic of epic proportions, you can't talk about the fact that medications have side effects, and people might want to know that before they run and get it. Right. Where's the warning? Where's the warning? And you're not allowed to warn. Ridiculous.
Right. It used to be, read those labels, folks. Now it's like, don't talk about it. You better not talk about it.
And along the lines of censorship, we also have to self-censor now and watch what we say. Like earlier, I couldn't even tell you what I said in my video that got it taken down, or else your video get taken down. But sorry, Weevil Girl, what were you going to say? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. I'm just saying, like, in the end, they want conformity, not just of actions, but of thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
It's George Orwell, 1984. He was absolutely right. If you read the book, it's lining up like, here's it's reminiscent of Nazi Germany, really, where
it is.
First it was if you were a Jew, get up against the wall. Then if you were a Pole, get up against the wall. If you were an Afro fucking German who refused to join the Reich, get up against the wall. Anybody who descended got up against the wall. They exterminated them. the Italians, the French, the British.
Oh yeah,
They went
everybody.
after everybody. And it wasn't. Again, yesterday I said it was about race, but it was also about what we're talking about, which is control the masses. Oh, it's unfortunate that you're black, but you want to fight for us? Come on in. You know, they don't care. They don't give a fuck.
Selective policy always works so well.
Right. All right, man. I'm gonna kill it here. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for making this a great
everybody
show,
have a
and we'll be back
blessed
Monday. We'll just, I guess we'll start over.
Thanks for having us on, man. I appreciate it. And Weevil Girl, get your singing bowl next time. I was looking forward to that. We didn't get that this time.
We need
we
some.
forgot
We didn't
it.
have time. Maybe next
We
week.
forgot about
Yeah.
it.
All
I'm
right.
sorry about
Yeah.
that.
Your tree looked great.
All right.
Oh, thanks.
All
My
right.
parents have a Christmas tree farm.
All right, man. All right, I'll
there
see you
you
guys. I'm
go.
gonna kill it right here. Mark Scante.
Okay.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Whoa, real people saying real things. What a revelation, man. It's heartwarming, man.